Hey folks. Okay, so I am attempting to do the If I Only Had 10 Decks challenge, and it definitely was a challenge, and some of the cards were actually, some of the decks I chose were actually quite surprising. But let me just go ahead and jump right in. So my first deck is the Santa Muerte Tarot. I got this right before Halloween. As a matter of fact, I think the Zombie Tarot and the Halloween, the Halloween Oracle, all came to me on October 30th, I think it was. And the minute I got this deck, I just was absolutely in love with it, in love with the colors, in love with the images. It's just really resonating with me, and I believe it's because I've been engaging in some pretty intense, well, I've been doing shadow work for like 3, almost 4 years now with a teacher specifically. And it is a pre-Aztec or pre-Mayan practice that I'm engaging in called Nahualism. And so these images really resonate with me. I bought the Oracle deck earlier this year. I bought it in February, but for some reason, the Oracle deck just didn't resonate with my energy well, so I kind of put it away. And I said, I'll revisit you during Scorpio season and see what happens. But I just wasn't really feeling it still. I used it a couple of days, but this, honey, this right here, absolute truth. Amazing readings from it. I use it with clients and I use it with myself. So yeah, so the Santa Muerte Tarot is one. And then also, now this is, at this point, I don't even know how long. And so it's interesting because Coatli is actually one of the goddesses that we work with in the Nahualism, Nahua practice. But this deck, I've had this Goddess Oracle deck, I don't even know how long. Gosh, maybe 8, 9 years. I don't know. But it is so on point. It is my go-to goddess deck. Sometimes I pull the goddesses in when I'm doing ritual. I'll pull out a specific, like if I'm doing an abundance ritual, and here she is. I mean, you can see she's got like stuff. I don't know what this is that like fell on it. Who knows what it is? It could have been a candle. It could be coffee. I don't know. I can't tell you what it is, but yeah, I use this one a lot for certain rituals because I love Lilith. I love working with Lilith. And yeah, again, you can just see it's definitely has been used quite a bit. And that is the Goddess Oracle. Love it, love it, love it. I thought I would actually have more tarot decks, but I actually pulled more Oracle decks, which is interesting. So my other, baby, this Light Sears Tarot by Chris Ann. Now I also have the Muse Tarot, and I like it, but this one, it's another one. The minute I got it, I just connected with it. I love how ethereal it is. I love, for me, the difference between this and, I mean, it's not even fair to compare decks, but the difference, and then I go on to compare decks, but the Muse Tarot feels more ethereal. This one is ethereal also, but it feels more grounded, if that makes sense. So it's like ethereal and grounded at the same time. And I love this death rebirth because it's like, even though death is here, You know, you see the trees at the same time. You see life at the same time. I love that. It's a light, well, I was just about to say it's a light deck. I mean, it is, but it also is like, ooh, painful at the same time. Like the swords in this deck are, just cutthroat. And we have the crows here, and I almost chose the Crow Tarot for one of the decks, but it's not. It's not. I love that deck, but no, not if I can only choose 10. If I could only choose 10, it's definitely this one, because it's also just so easy to read. It's just so beautiful also. So we have the light Sears. So since we are in an ethereal space, let's go to my next oracle deck. So my next oracle deck is the Shine from the Inside by by Brittany Carmichael. Baby, this one right here. And, you know, I read families, you know, with decks now. So it's like, look at how similar. I just love it. I just adore this deck. I feel like it's diverse, you know, which I don't see enough diversity in some of my favorite readers. I just don't see enough diversity in the cards that they choose. And so that's become quite a turnoff for me. So I love when there is a diversity. And this deck has that. And it also, it's just bomb. I mean, just the soft, beautiful watercolors. I just really, really, really love this deck. And I think this has, I don't really use the book that much. However, it does have like affirmations in it. So it has, you know, the description about the card, and then it has an affirmation at the end. And I love that. I love that. I love this freaking deck. Oh my God. So beautiful. So glad I chose it. So glad you chose me, baby, baby. Oh God. The Roots and Wings Oracle deck. Baby. Baby. What can I say? Cat Realis did the damn thing with this deck. I haven't used this deck in a while because now I work based on the zodiac signs. So I have specific decks for specific zodiac signs, but I mean for zodiac seasons, excuse me. So I have Sagittarius decks, Scorpio decks, etc. But baby, when I first got this deck, and you know, you can see too, I have a type. You know, so even if it's like dark, I love, there's something from me about the beige in here too. You know, it's something in the way you make me feel. And that's what I was going for too. Like, what decks make me feel like something in the way you make me feel? And I have several that make me feel that way. But these, we need to up it. We need to up it to like 15. 10 was too hard. We need to up it to like 20 because it was really hard. But this Roots and Wings, baby, people love it, and I love it too. More Oracle deck yumminess. Mystic Mondays crystal deck. Now, I have the Mystic Mondays Tarot by Grace Duong, but well, it's one of the ones for Sagittarius season. It came out for Sagittarius season, I think, because I don't use it a lot, and it feels right for a fire sign. But baby, from the first moment I saw you, I knew you were the one. Yo, from the first moment I saw this freaking crystal deck, it had me at hello. Hello, it's me. It's late. I'm sorry. It's late. I've been wondering if... Hello. Is it me you're looking for? I love it. It's so on point. So I usually use this as my crystal ally. So once the reading is over, then if I, want to pull a crystal ally for the person, we come in with the crystal tarot, and it is always on point. It is always on point, honey. I mean, it is like, here it is. And what I love about it is it has the description, it has the keywords, but then, does that say Libra? Oh, look at that showing up for me. Hello, hello. And then it has the zodiac sign that it's affiliated with. What's your affiliation? And then it has the planets as well. So it's lit. It's lit. Okay. Sorry, it's late. Okay. Then we have the Adinkra deck. The Adinkra Ancestor Oracle deck. Now this deck, absolutely stunning. Perfect for a person such as myself that does ancestor work and ancestor readings. And it's African. It's Adinkra symbols. And so it's perfect. It's perfect for ancestor work. It's another one of those, like my crystal deck, where it rounds out the reading, because I do ancestor guidance as part of my readings. And so you see it has like the symbol, and then the word, and then how it sounds phonetically, and then what it means. And then sort of the description, the instruction. The back is absolutely stunning. It has all the Adinkra symbols on the back. I love it. And of course, the knowledge that you're getting as well. The knowledge that many of us in this country don't have. So I really appreciate it. And then it has its own major arcana. It's not as many as in, a tarot deck, but these are the major arcana of the deck. The big secrets, which is what major arcana means. And then these are the minor, right? So when you see these, this is like the big message, right? These hold the weight. And then these are more of the mundane, the things of the everyday. So I love that it has that. I'm so glad to be back doing my videos. It's like I can take my time for my Instagram channel, which if you're not following me, please do. The Magic Hours on Instagram. I always feel like I have to rush with my videos, but here I can just languish and go on and on, honey. But I'll try not to go on and on too much. On and on and on and on. My cipher keeps moving like a rolling stone. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana. So that's what you're working with that. And again, that is the Bresciando Adinkra deck. What else? We've got a few more favorites. So we've got the Magic Herbal Oracle. This one had to fight for its spot. It had to fight for its spot. It was getting rough up here because there's a flower oracle that goes with it by the same author. And it's one of my faves. But this one doesn't play. Again, right from the gate, so on point, literally never disappoints. I use these as clarification cards. I use these with my tarot cards. Typically, I'll do the tarot card first as the focal point, and then I'll use these as what needs to be released, what needs to be embraced, or again, if I need clarifying. And the amazing thing about it is, of course, we have the herb right here, the keyword, and then the actual name of the herb. And when you open it, it tells you, a little bit about the herb, where it came from. Then it gives you spells. We love a spell, honey. So, and then the magical correspondence that goes along with the herb. So, love it, love it, love it, love it. It's indeed magical. Magical oracle. And then, last of the oracles, but certainly never least, is the Threads of Fate Shadow Edition. Now, this was chosen because this was when I really started to shift and in my card purchases. That's not true. I really started to shift with my Work Your Light deck and the Starseed by Rebecca Campbell. But this one took me to a new level. This is when I really started to be like, okay, these decks are super special. And this card right here, this is why I bought this deck. It's so funny how one card can make you buy the deck. I just loved this. And again, I love when my cards are complimentary. Oh my God. This deck gives everything that it was supposed to have gave. Now, sometimes though, because it is abstract, and sometimes the definitions in the book are different than what I'm feeling intuitively from the card. So when that is the case, I go with my intuition, and then sometimes I'll pull out the book and I'll read the book to the person, because it also has, some of these have crystals that people can use. So I will, if I get the urge, I will give my interpretation, and then I'll pull out the book and read the interpretation from the book. And I'd love to hear if other folks do that too. I'd love to hear what other tarot readers do. So please drop down in the comments and let me know. Now, here is our number 10. I've been waiting for a girl like you to come into my life. This is another one that was a heartbreaker when I had to start working seasonally, because I had to put it away. So I actually, did I use it today? Did I use this today? I'm trying to think if I used this with my client today. I don't think I did. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did use it for with my client today. But it's the first time in a long time. I don't think I used this. Maybe I used it in Leo season because it feels very fiery to me. But shit, it might have been Aries season. At any rate, it was a long time. It's been a long time, been a long time, been a long, lonely, 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 lonely time. Another deck that is diverse. It is the modern, it is modern, hence the title, Modern Witch Tarot. But what I like about it, oh my God, look at that, is it's not so far from the original, right? What's different is everything is female identified or gender non-conforming. However, diverse, diverse, diverse. I love it. I love this deck. And I'm so glad that it decided to come out for Sagittarius season. However, how I think I'm going to use it, I think that I actually had it over on my nightstand because I think that this is going to be my personal deck for Sagittarius season. We'll see. It depends on the client. It depends on lots of things. But anyway, 21 minutes, 47 seconds. That's it for me. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about my decks. And thanks again, Katey Flowers, for putting this challenge out there. Bye.